What's going on? I'm Papercut to you with PlanetDestiny, and I'm going to leave
Stick
a few
together,
audio
team.
cues for you guys to listen to because I found that they're very important in any match. But particularly in this one, when you are told to stay together with your team, if you're running a pulse rifle, that's something that you're going to have to do. I went onto the snapshot because I really need to get that aimer down right away, especially for some of the close quarter engagements that can happen on this map. But as you know, this map actually has a lot of areas where there's a long line of sight, so you can take advantage of those. But I think the biggest thing you have to learn is that if you're using a pulse rifle, you need to keep your distance and work as support and work with your team. This is a supplement video to the review that I just did on the 3 little words, which is a high impact, low rate of fire pulse rifle. So in this gameplay, you're going to notice some things that you have to change about your playstyle. If you're used to being a little bit more aggressive, you can still play that. But like I said in the review, you have to prime guys, or you need to get some sort of early shots on them, because if you try to come up to too many guys too fast, you're not going to be able to take them out with a pulse rifle. The time to kill is actually quite high. That's why it's actually better served as an all-around defensive weapon or as a support weapon for your teammates. Now, the close distance engagements, while they are hard, it's really made up with the support features that you get. You can see that as my team moves up, then I move up. Once you have your special, you can do whatever you want. You're probably going to be able to get some kills. But when you're just going off alone on the pulse rifle, that's when you have to be a little bit more careful about where you are. And this pulse rifle happens to have the third eye perk, and it's bought from the Crucible Headmasters, so everyone's going to have the exact same perks. By the way, I learned something about this level. When they're on that little platform, they will show up as on the same level as you when you're across the wall, so it gives you a better idea of where they are. And there's something about the slide. It does help you make up ground, but you have to be watching for other things, that if you mess up the slide, it's actually slower, because then you have to get up, walk for a bit, and then run.
Heavy ammo on the way.
Alright, we need to take a break and talk about the heavy ammo, because in any level it's really important. Now I'm using my radar to figure out where they are. I can tell that they're right across.
Heavy ammo
So I'm waiting for them to
available.
either make too big of a move, like overstretch, try to get the heavy ammo before me, or try to catch the heavy ammo before they get to it. And I saw that they were slightly behind. And instead of just turning my back and trying to sprint out and slide, I decided to cover my own tail and go with supportive fire. And I'd rather waste almost all my ammo on a light machine gun than die with bullets in my hand. Now this is going to be more radar play, and I want to do a video on just explaining the radar, because people have to understand. I know he's ducking on that other end, so if I'm a little bit faster on my feet, I'm going to be able to surprise him when I round the corner. And these are the ways you want to play them. Like, you have to be able to recognize when people are running, walking. And this light machine gun is the MG-18A Harm's Way. It's a high rate of fire, medium damage light machine gun, and I'm going to get more in depth on that in the review, but it is really good. Now, I watched the replay a few times. You saw that guy slide into the corner. How did he get out of there without me noticing? Because we're going to end up getting this guy in a little bit, but I'm completely baffled as how he got out of there. Now, also worth noting is because of the extra armor that I have on my guy when I have my special, even getting stuck by a sticky grenade, you will live. I've also actually hit a guy with a sticky, but as he punched me, he got his overshield, and you can also live past getting stuck with a grenade with that. You may also need the high armor build, which is what I use when I go in the Crucible. I don't aim too much for speed when I'm in here. I usually want to live with just a sliver of health if there's that opportunity. So if you're still new to this map, learn to use the radar. If you notice they're glowing right beside me, you can tell exactly where they are. They're directly in front of me. And the radar, yes, it gives you that pie piece, but if you want to know if they're on the bottom of the stairs versus the top, that's what's going to tell you the difference. And grenades as a Sunsinger, they're just great, especially when you're using the perk that gives you 2 grenades at once. That is going to make the best of this situation. And what you're hearing right now is the sound of death, and everybody's going to hear it. These guys are going to hear it, and I'm about to hear it myself. That's the sound of a blade dancer coming at you, and if you get lucky, maybe he'll go by you and you can get that shot from behind and the melee, and you'll be able to kill him. But if you don't, you know, like...
Inbound.
It's a super, you know, like you can't stop it all the time, but you can actually consistently at least trade with them if you throw a grenade, shotgun, or fusion rifle, and then the punch. That's pretty much the guaranteed triple combo if you want to take a guy with a super out. And that was just in case he happened to duck there, but he ended up actually turning tails, so I was just covering my bases. Once I have my super, I'm not even looking at my screen, I'm actually just looking at the radar, because as soon as I see anybody getting close, I activate it and I just go with the punch, because it's a guaranteed one-shot kill. If you have a shotgun, you can use it, but there's a chance you don't get that one hit off. And I suffer from the condition called as bloodthirst. When I get into an engagement, when I see a lot of people to kill, I just get a little bit too excited. And there was an easier way to do this. I could have just spammed some grenades or gone in there and punched them, but I wanted to do it with the light machine gun and really feel the power in my hands as I blast away. And this shot was not questionable. I could have gotten it. I missed the last shot, and you know, you got to take those chances. But sometimes you can see the ones that are more clear than others, and if you find it, don't go ahead and take it. You got to look at your failures as just chances for success the next time. For more in-depth information, check out our in-depth review on Paper Cut to You with PlanetDestiny, and we'll see you next time.